Hey, I'm Nick Morales. I'm the real estate deal junkie.
Let's get down to business. So let's get down to business.
Welcome back to my channel. Did you know what my favorite time of the month is? That's right, the first. Being a landlord is probably the most fun thing that I get to do in my day-to-day, is the fact that I basically don't do anything. Every month that money comes in and I just pay checks for taxes, insurance, and that's really about it. And I actually have a servicer that pays for all that stuff for me. So really, I don't do anything but just holding the property and making sure there's a tenant in there and that they're happy. But this strategy is the BRRRR strategy. And this strategy allows you to actually get more property without having to put a lot of money out or zero money down at all. As we talked about in the last video, flipping the property, right? You're essentially gonna wanna flip a property, but to yourself. So the way that happens is you wanna acquire it the exact same way that we've talked about in all these other videos. You're gonna wanna put work into it, bring up the value. So with Bug River, I bought that property at $225. The appraised value, which I believe it will come in at, is around $330 to $335. So with one of these lending home or civic type products, which is a rental product that they actually offer, it allows me to take out all my money as long as the math is right with their equation that they give you, which is typically 75% of the appraised value if the rents make sense for that. So if it's $335 and let's say it's 75%, that's $251,000 and some change around there. If I'm all in at this thing at $225, we're talking around a $30-some thousand worth of profit that I'm actually going to be able to have on this property. And all I did was flip it to myself. And the cool thing about that is those loans are interest only. So we're not paying down principal. It's just interest only loan on that property. So all in, I'm probably going to be paying taxes, insurance, HOA, and paying the interest only loan is around probably about $1,000 or so. And you're probably wondering, why would you want interest only? Well, because I don't care about paying down principal. I'd rather have cash flow coming in monthly from this property. Now, you can do an amortization loan, which is where you're paying down principal and then you also have interest on top of that. But if you want to maximize cash flow, then an interest only loan is going to be the best situation for you if you can get a low interest rate. A lot of times with these rental loans programs, they're going to give you anywhere between 4% to 5% depending on your credit history, which is awesome. So that allows us to then get more cash flow out of that property. And then we're banking on long-term that the appreciation will continue to rise, which is typically around 2% a year. Right now it's a lot more, but if I'm just looking at historical data, it's 2 to 3% depending on what your market's at. So bringing in that rent money every month now, and I didn't really have to do anything to do it. I got all my money back and I got paid to flip this thing. I got paid around $30,000 to just flip that. So if you have any questions about that or want to know a little bit more information, I will go in other videos, more detail about hard money lending and how to contact these companies and who to use over there. I do have a great contact over there that can actually walk you through a little bit more. But basically all you're doing here is just buying a property that you want to flip, but instead of flipping it to the end buyer like a homeowner, you're flipping it to yourself and you're just keeping it as rental. I'm trying to do this with as many properties as I can because it allows me more cash flow. I'd rather have more cash flow than more money right in my hand right now, because for me, it's more about generational wealth than it is about transactional money. So I appreciate you guys taking the time with me to join here on this video. And if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.
Let's get down to business.